Our Collision 2018 coverage is proudly powered by Amazon Prime. Find out all the ways you can benefit from a Prime subscription and get a 30-day free trial by going to collision.live/prime and by audiobooks.com. Get a free trial and a free audiobook to keep at audiobooks.com using promo code TRY70. Well, our next guest is here. Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. Go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Paul Cheek. I am the CEO of Vempathy, online usability testing platform and video analysis software company.
Wow. Okay.
We good?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, something happened over there, but it's all right. We just got a little bit of a distraction. But yeah,
okay.
no, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, what do you guys got in store?
So tell us a little bit more about
absolutely
what you're up to.
Yeah, so like a lot of companies put a lot of emphasis on user research.
Sure.
You know, they want to know how they can build the best customer experience because it's
Right.
really important, especially with older companies. You know, if they want to stand a chance in the future with startups disrupting them, they need to create the best user experience possible. But to do that, they have to do a lot of research into how people are interacting with whatever interfaces they're being put in front of. And to do that, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of resources, a lot of man hours.
Yeah.
Basically figure that out firsthand, doing a lot of user research for other companies, and discovered that it's a time-consuming process. I found that I had about call it 10 hours of video recordings that I had to sit there and watch. And I like to think I'm a patient person, but I don't have the time or patience to sit there and watch all those videos and pull out the insights. Basically,
Sure.
if I'm going to go do a usability test, I'm going to record someone, just like we're recording now, and
Yeah.
there's different emotions coming out throughout our conversation.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. But to actually sit there and watch all those videos, it takes a lot of time.
Yes,
so
it
if we
does.
can kind of analyze people's facial expressions, analyze the tone of their voice as it peaks and dips, and then analyze what they're saying, right? Figure out keywords that may indicate things like confusion, frustration, anger, anything that comes out in a user experience interacting with a company. They want to know that, and to kind of cut up a video of a user interacting with their interface, we can show them the highlights, create a highlight reel. Maybe this is a boring conversation that somebody doesn't want to watch all of, but if we can identify the really emotional moments within this conversation, that's really powerful. So what we do is we analyze videos of users basically interacting with different interfaces, websites, web apps, mobile apps, and show companies where people are having frustration so that they can kind of fix the issues, whatever the issues may be.
So for
No, go ahead.
for something like this, who is your target audience?
I mean, the people who are going to use it are user researchers.
Okay.
Now, that's not always the case in a smaller company. A large established enterprise, they're going to have a research team.
Okay.
But for a smaller company that research is still important, it's going to be somebody's kind of like part-time job within the company, right? You're going to have somebody who's maybe an engineer or a designer, more typically a UX designer.
Okay.
They're going to be really interested in the research side of things because they're the ones who are going to go and tweak the design. So it kind of comes within the job.
Okay, so for example, 3/4 of the companies that are out here, it would be whoever is designing
the product. Yep.
Okay.
It's the product team. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's not just for big, it's not just for small.
No, if
Okay.
you're building a company, you're gonna have a customer experience, and you have to make sure it's top notch. So, yeah, really any size company.
Okay.
How is this all set up? Where are you getting the footage from and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Do the
So
companies
there's
do-
two different ways.
Okay.
We have a recording platform, so you can send people a link. They can start recording with their webcam.
Okay.
Very, very simple. They can do it at home, unmoderated on their own time as they're using your product. But you can also just upload a video. If you got a video file, you just upload it into the system. Maybe you recorded it, on a laptop with QuickTime, or maybe you've got a setup with cameras, and you've got a video file. You upload it to the system, and we email you in about 5 minutes with the full emotional analysis of the video.
5 minutes?
Yep, yeah, it's pretty quick.
Wow.
I mean, it depends on the length of the video.
Well,
if you're uploading a 3-hour video, it's going to take a little bit longer, but you get the
sure.
idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So
Interesting.
you guys scrub through the whole video looking for keywords, key facial features.
Yep. So basically, what we discovered is that
expressions.
we were just doing facial expressions to start,
Right.
but you get people like Bill Belichick who, they've got a lot of emotion but almost no expression, right?
Right.
He's a pretty stone-faced dude.
Indeed.
But so basically, that didn't work, right? That was really good learning for us, is that if we just look at facial expressions, we're not going to provide value to people.
Okay.
So we kind of went back to the drawing board and said, okay, well, let's look at tone of voice. You know, so let's look at the pitch of your voice as you're talking, and see what that provides. Then we said, okay, let's look at the sentiment of what people are saying, right? So if somebody's going through an e-commerce flow, they're about to check out, say, I can't find the add to cart button. We know that that's some level of confusion, right?
Right.
So what we do is to get the most accurate results, emotional results, we look at these 3 streams of data: facial expressions, tone of voice, and sentiment of speech, and we look for overlap between them. Because once we find overlap, we can say with a very high level of certainty that emotion is present. Where, you know, a lot of other emotion analysis tools right now can't say that.
Right.
Okay.
It's very hit or miss.
Yeah, because you're looking at multiple facts.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Comparing them against. If I'm saying angry things with a smile on my face, that is confusing.
Right, but we're
Kind
going
of
to
the
know that
definition
that's
of a sociopath.
probably not. Exactly.
But if I'm saying angry things and I look angry,
right, we can say with a very high level of certainty that you're angry.
yeah.
Right.
Whereas, you know, existing tools out there right now, they look at one or the other, but not both. And you really only get that high level of accuracy when you compare the two.
And certainly not tonality added to it.
What's that?
And certainly not tonality added to it. You don't
Right,
necessarily
exactly.
see
Yeah, exactly.
a whole lot of that kind of in
You
general.
don't see much of that at all.
Yeah.
And the tools exist out there, but it's actually pulling them together that adds the real value.
Sure.
How close are you to this being done?
Oh, it's out there. It's live. Yeah, people
Right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So if we wanted to run, say, one of the interviews.
We'll take this
Through.
interview, pipe it right through the system, see what comes out the other side.
Okay.
I know it's fun. I actually, the highlight reel portion of it, stitching together the small clips that are really, really emotional. That was kind of like a weekend hack project. I said, hey, you know what? I want to put this together, see what happens. I ran the first episode of Entourage, the TV show, through there to test it, see if it works. And you know what? I got out the other side. I got a highlight reel of them swearing at each other. the most emotional moments, you know, it's always them having some sort of an argument. So, so that was the fun test to see what happens.
That's awesome.
That's
funny.
It's fun. You know, like we're very laser focused on user research, UX research,
Right.
but there's a lot of other applications for this technology, and the high level of accuracy and the emotion detection that we can do. So basically taking it one step further, you know, we look at, you know, maybe it's an interview, like a hiring interview, you know, going through the hiring process. You throw somebody a crazy question they weren't expecting, see how they react, right? What sort of emotion
Do they go
comes
into
out?
panic mode?
Exactly.
Do they stay?
Are they calm and collected? It's
Yeah.
really important. You know, it's the soft skills. But yeah, just looking at other ways that we can use this technology to help.
Sure.
You know, I don't see a future in TV show or movie like highlight reels, like trailers. You know, I think that's
No.
a much different application of it.
But
there's something interesting there.
But
Right.
in the research groups
Yeah, no, absolutely.
where they're watching an episode of a new TV show.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And then
Well, see
being
their
asked
reactions to it.
questions.
See how people
That would be
interact with
fascinating.
it. The other thing that's really interesting is you get a really long movie. They got to cut out, you know, parts of it to make it a certain length.
Okay.
And you know, if they want to know where people fall asleep, we'll tell them. You know, actually, very interesting being here. You know, somebody came up and said, "Hey, I want to analyze emotions in a sleep study. See what happens." It's like, hey, that's really interesting. A totally different use case for this technology, but that, you know, is also very, very interesting to me.
Yeah, we've said a couple of times so far this week. It's always fun when you come up with something and somebody sees it and goes, you know.
Well, now that you mention it.
I could also use this for something that you never would have.
Yeah, never would have
come up
thought.
with it. Yeah.
Sleep study, come on. That last thing on my mind.
Right.
But you know what?
But
Hey,
once
if
you
there's
hear it,
something
you're like,
there,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, makes total sense.
Okay, so this is live, available right now.
Yeah, Vempathy.com.
What are you getting out of? What are you here for Collision for? What are you trying to get out of Collision?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to meet potential partners. You
Okay.
know, for me, going and selling into an enterprise is, you know, a very time-consuming process going through their procurement departments.
Right.
I want to find people who can help me put this in front of the right people. So we're looking at, you know, usability testing platforms right now. They don't have any video analysis. You know, their
Right.
video analysis is, you know, kind of manually watching the video and then taking notes.
And hoping that they got it right.
Hoping they
Yes.
got it right. Yep, because it's very subjective, you know.
Yeah.
And if we can provide data around that, kind of we like to say quantify the qualitative data of a video, then that's really interesting. And if we can provide that to researchers through usability testing platforms, there's something of value there. So yeah, looking to meet partners, looking to meet UX folks who have a use, who spend a lot of time watching videos, and put it in front of them, see what they think, and hopefully they take it home and put it to good use.
For sure. Sure seems like you've got a good audience for that back here.
Yeah, great audience.
If our viewers want to find out more about your product or follow your corporate journey, how can they do that?
Find us online. Just go to www.vempathy.tech.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Thank you very much.
Hey,
for
thanks so
coming and
much.
talking
Yeah,
to us
appreciate
about
it, guys.
I totally want to run this video when we're done.
I'm sure
through
you
the
guys
system
are collecting a lot of video footage
because
here today.
With the tech problem panic right before, I would love to see what it decides.
We'll see what happens.
Are the most emotional moments.
You guys going to follow up with a video?
Absolutely.
I'm sure. We'll put it through. We'll see what happens.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Hey, have a good one.
You too. Thank you.